What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Have I got some cool stuff planned for today? I got the wife out here doing a little bit of working, you know, putting in a little elbow grease, since what we're doing today is working on her motorcycle. I borrowed this motorcycle lift off my dad. It was kind of neglected when he got it, kind of dirty and everything. It wasn't necessarily in bad condition, it just wasn't clean. So we're gonna get it cleaned up so we can get the motorcycle put up on there, get ready to move on. Anyways, while she's cleaning that, I'm gonna clean up some of the other stuff we need to get cleaned up and get to work. All right, so we've got everything pretty well cleaned up and ready to go. Now it's time to put that motorcycle up on this lift to put on that exhaust. So let's get after it. This is already a shit show. About dropped the bike. She done wrecked her fucking shin on the damn lift. Oh no! It probably hurts. Okay. Anyways, we got the bike up on the lift. Now I'm gonna grab the rear stand and hopefully we can get this bad boy up on. And it should stay right there. You checking your legs are on the shot. I'm going on. All right, that was a little bit of a fiasco, but now we have the bike up there in the air. It's gonna hold itself still where we need it to go. So now we can jack this thing up where it's about chest high, get to work. I am not the biggest fan of this kick pump style. If I had to buy one of my own, I'm getting an air over hydraulic or a straight hydraulic or something where it's not so much manual labor. Now that we got a quick video clip of this, it is time to move on and start taking this thing apart. This should be a fairly straightforward install. We got the tools laid out, should be everything we need. Adjustable wrench, 12mm wrench, 3/8 and a 1/4 inch ratchet with a 12mm and a 8mm socket. Extension for this, 4mm Allen key and a 6mm Allen key. With all that, we should be able to strip off this full exhaust. Let's see. We're gonna take off this bottom bolt here that lets us access the O2 sensor that's hiding behind there. I think we should be able to loosen that up and pry that off to the side, grab a wrench and break that thing free. And that should give us access to that there O2 sensor. Alrighty, so we'll go ahead and put this up and out of our way. Next, we got to take this here plastic panel off to be able to get underneath to the bolt for the slip-on. There you go. Ratchet, take that bolt out right there. Once again, we lied to you because I think the one she's trying to get out right now is actually a 10 mil and not the 12 that we had out originally. It is the one oddball size out of all the ones we're gonna have to do. Get back up under here, throw a little test fit. Well, you know, fits. Now that the underneath clamp is loose, we'll go back and grab the 12mm socket instead of the 10 that she's got now. I'll grab the 12mm wrench, stick on the back side to hold the back nut, and we'll pull off the slip-on.
Oh my God.
Take the nut off, hold up on this, and she should be able to pull that bolt right out of there. Or she can spin it the rest of the way out. Now that that's out of the way, she should be able to just yank off the muffler. Spinny spin, little tuggy tug, it pops right free. Won't you just look at it? It's itsy bitsy teeny weeny. All right, now that the slip-on's off, we can move on to taking off the rear set here. This rear set's gotta come off to be able to get to the bolt that's holding on the muffler. And then once that is off, we can then move on to the flange. The flange studs. We gotta take the nuts off that and be able to get that off there. 6mm Allen wrench. Probably gonna be tight.
I'm not getting this.
Well, sometimes everybody needs a little help.
Why did you make that look so easy?
Looky there.
I did it.
All right, now that both of those bolts are out, this should just be able to slide right off to the side. Yep, we can move this all the way out of the way and get to that bolt down there. So she can grab a 12mm, stick on that, unscrew that. There we go, there's one. Go ahead and put that back down there. Grab that same 12mm, come around to the front and get the 4 off the front. Anyway, while she's getting the last of those off, I'm gonna go check on my kids and we'll convene and keep removing this exhaust. All right, now that the 4 header flange bolts are out for the front of this thing, that should be the last one is right about here. So if we can get this one out and get it out of the way, this whole exhaust should just drop out the bottom.
Here it goes.
Exhaust is on the floor and completely off the bike. So now we'll finish unpackaging this, get it laid out and get it ready to go back on, and we'll see you in a minute. So we got this exhaust system laid out. Comes with 2 down pipes, comes with a Y adapter. The Y adapter will then go into the mid pipe and the mid pipe goes into the slip-on. So the first thing we need to do is get both of these down pipes onto the motor with these flanges in place, the nuts on them kind of loosely, so we can still be able to move them and then manipulate it to be able to get this on. When you go to stick the mid pipes on, there's these little crush sleeves that go up in here. There's the crush sleeve still in this side, but it's not in this side, so when we stick that side in, we got to make sure to get this crush sleeve up in there as we put the pipe in. So first things first, she's got the first pipe in. She's got it in place. Hold the flange flat against the head right here. You should be able to run both of them nuts down, kind of keep even pressure on both sides. Now we got all 4 of them kind of down where they need to go, where you can still manipulate them and move them out of the way. We can grab this here Y and get it in place. Let's see it. So this took a little bit more finagling than I'd initially hoped. Then again, it's a $160, $180 kit. Once we got these two pipes in place, we kind of got them to where they were about close to where they needed to go, tighten them up. We put the Y pipe on, and then I had to physically take it and bend it kind of where it needed to go because it wanted to sit against this plastic piece. Now it's still a little close to the peg compared to where I would want it, but there's not really much of a choice with this kit. We'll run it for a little bit, and if she hates it or it melts her shoe or something funny or does some weird shit, we will probably just replace it. So for now, for our trip to Florida, this kit should make it to where she's heard while we're down there instead of being super, super quiet. And yeah, that's it. All that's left to do, I need to tighten this up, throw a spring in there, spring in there, spring in there and there, 2 springs there, and we'll be ready to fire this thing up. So we're gonna do this off camera, and when we come back, we'll get her started up. Let's hear it. All right, so that basically concludes the install of the exhaust system on this bike. I think it sounds pretty cool. It's a little loud, but we're also in this enclosed garage. It'll be a whole other story when we get outside. What do you think?
I love it.
So there you have it. Till the next time, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?